Hi there, my name is Chris Fleming. I'm a magician. I do a lot of close-up magic, stage magic. Most of the events that I perform at typically are launch parties, different types of corporate events, private parties. I also perform on cruise ships as well. I performed at a private VIP party at the Empire Casino in Leicester Square. So I was booked there to do close-up magic and also mind reading, kind of mingling around with guests. There was a small crowd and a lot of fun people. There was a lot of young people, there was obviously a lot of old people. It was a nice mixture. I find that with variety, it often leads to a lot more interesting interactions. It's not just one particular crowd. That particular crowd were a lot of fun though, and I got some great reactions. I remember there was one guy, he was, for some reason, he was dressed as Donald Trump. And when I did some magic to him, he was so shocked he just ran away. So I have this bizarre mental image of Donald Trump, you know, running away from me screaming. That was an interesting one. Well, basically my job is to make sure everyone is having a great time. And as an interactive performer, it's essential for me to adapt my performance to each event. I do have a bank of tricks that I can do to pretty much anyone in any situation. However, depending on the crowd, depending on the vibe, I will do certain tricks to certain people. The good thing with mind reading is there aren't like particular tricks, so to speak. It's not like, you know, I need a specific prop for mind reading. So it doesn't require me to, I can kind of jazz a little bit with it, I can improvise. So magic is a lot more precise. So you need to be a lot more prepared with magic, but at the same time you don't need to follow a specific, you know, structure or anything with it. So I think it's, like I said, I'm an interactive performer. I interact with my people as opposed to just perform trick after trick after trick. A magician doesn't just provide entertainment, we provide an experience, and I can guarantee that experience will be talked about by your guests for a long time. Magic is probably one of the most effective icebreakers out there. One wonderful example of this was when I was on the flight back from Orlando. I just performed my shows on the cruise ship. Turns out the woman that was sat next to me on the flight had watched my show on the cruise ship and recognised me. Naturally, she wanted to see a bit of magic, and long story short, I ended up doing a quick impromptu show for pretty much the entire plane. Without getting too deep, all of those complete strangers who likely otherwise would have never have spoke to each other collectively shared that moment together. And after that, for the entire 7-hour flight, all of the passengers were chatting to each other. I've never experienced anything like that before. So magic makes people forget the world around them and brings out like a childlike wonder, no matter who they are. I've had pretty intimidating boxers, rappers, CEOs jumping around all giddy. It's the power of magic. I think the guests at the event enjoyed a lot of the magic. Obviously, with Donald Trump running away, that pretty much sums it up. Sums up the whole night, really. There was a lot of laughter, which is something that I thrive on. I like to make people laugh as well as, you know, amaze them. I really enjoyed working with 5 Star Live. It was a lot of fun. It was a very well organised event, and the crowd were really great. I'm typically a very interactive performer. That includes, you know, spectators touching props and the magic happening in their hands, which I believe makes the magic more powerful. However, the reality is, even after lockdown, social distancing will probably be in place for a while. So I'm spending a lot of this lockdown planning and tailoring my act to kind of meet social distancing guidelines whilst not compromising on the quality of the magic itself. I'm so excited to start performing magic for people though. There's only so much magic you can do over Zoom to kind of fulfill the performer's need, you know? Thanks, Louise. Thanks for having me.